Mark Hamill confirms the Force killed Luke Skywalker at the end of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, when Rey first encountered the old Jedi Master on AH-CH2. He was a far cry from the heroic legend she heard stories about. After his failure with Ben Solo, Luke became a curmudgeonly recluse, choosing to remove himself from the conflict and live his last days in isolation. However, a final lesson from Yoda encouraged Luke to open himself up to the Force again, paving the way for his epic and self-sacrificial gesture against Kylo Ren on Crate. The Last Jedi controversially introduced the idea of astral projecting via the Force into the Star Wars movies, which is how Luke transported himself across the galaxy to aid the Resistance. As established early on in the film, it takes a considerable amount of power to pull it off, potentially killing the Force user in the process. Nearly a year after Episode 8 premiered, Hamill has weighed in on Luke's ironic fate. Related, every Star Wars 9 update you need to know taking to Twitter. The actor shared panels of Marvel's Last Jedi comic depicting Luke's death scene, comparing Skywalker, tragically, to a drug addict in his post. Check it out in the space below. For most viewers, especially after the foreshadowing in Kylo Ren and Rey's first Force Skype conversation, it was clear what was happening as Luke passed away in the film this year by all accounts. Skywalker knew his tremendous feat would cost him his life, which only added to the powerful emotion of the moment. But while it's true the Force killed Luke physically, embracing that habit again actually gave him eternal life. Becoming one with the Force will allow Luke to return as a Force ghost in Episode 9. Whereas if he stuck to his original plan and lived out the rest of his days miserably on AH-CH2, he would cease to exist when his body died. What killed Luke only made him stronger, more powerful than Kylo Ren could possibly imagine. Many interpreted Luke's final stand as one of the best on-screen illustrations of the traditional Jedi way, as Luke never resorts to violence or strikes a blow against Kylo during their confrontation. Instead, he used his powers for the greater good, allowing Leia and the Resistance to escape and inspiring others across the galaxy. It will be interesting to see what, if any, ramifications The Last Jedi ending have on Episode 9. Ideally, the Resistance will have recruited a few new members by the time the sequel picks up. And going by how quickly word spread of Skywalker's sacrifice, his influence will continue to be felt. Source: Mark Hamill. Tags: Star Wars 9.